Hello, Brett here. Today we're going to be making prints with things you can find in your kitchen. So leave your art studio, get into your kitchen, and get ready to work.
The inspiration for this project is the work titled Domestic Dancers by the artist Willie Cole. We use the word domestic when we're discussing things that have to do with the home or home life. Cole made the shapes you see with household objects. He heated them and then pressed them onto a canvas to leave a scorch mark. The marks he made give you clues to the objects he used.
Do you recognize any of the objects?
I see two different sizes of clothing iron, a waffle iron, and a hot plate. Kohl arranged the shapes to resemble people dancing. The clothing iron has a special meaning to the artist. He uses it in many of his artworks. He has talked about how he sees an African mask in the shape, and it makes him think of his grandmother and great-grandmother who used clothing irons in their jobs.
Using hot objects can be dangerous. So we're going to make our dancers out of a different kind of material you can find around your home. Food.
To make marks with our food, we'll use food coloring or paint. If you use food coloring, you can snack on your mark-making tools when you're finished. Here are some of the food items I've collected. Explore how these may make a mark by pressing them against your hands or against a flat surface. The dried pasta is difficult to hold, so a twist tie, threaded through the pasta or wrapped around it, makes a nice handle. These will make interesting marks as they are, but you can also get a grown-up to help you cut them into different shapes. I cut the clementine and the pepper open. Place a folded paper towel on a plate and add drops of a single color of food coloring onto the paper towel. This will act as a stamp pad for your food. Next, decide which food items will be the body, arms, legs, and head of your dancers. I will use the pepper for the body. Gently press your food item onto your homemade stamp pad. You may need to change how firmly or softly you press. Some foods may be squishy and juicy like the clementine. Others, like the pasta, are hard and brittle. Bring the food over to your paper and press it down. I will start with the body so that I know where to place the head, arms, and legs. But if you have room for more than one dancer, stamp the additional bodies first. You may not have to add more color from the stamp pad. Some foods will absorb more color than others. If you're having trouble getting the food coloring to stick to some of your foods, try adding a little bit of water to your stamp pad. This may help the food coloring spread over the surface of and more evenly across your food item. Some food items will leave more marks than others. For the heads of my dancers, I will use a round food like the pepper or clementine. You'll notice that juicy foods, like the clementine, will leave a little bit of extra color and moisture behind. That's okay. I think it's a bonus. The pepper, you'll see, leaves seeds behind on my stamp pad. I'll make sure to clean those off before I use my next food. The thousands of bits on the head of broccoli remind me of thousands of strands of hair. I'll stamp them on top of the heads. When stamping with hard foods, you may need to fold your stamp pad to provide more cushion for the food. This is how I'll stamp with my dried pasta to create arms and legs for my dancers. You can fill your design with patterns just like the inspiration.
Lastly, don't forget my favorite part of this project, getting to snack on your art supplies. Just make sure you don't eat that dried pasta, especially with the twist tie on it. Your food may look a little funny, but it should taste just the same.